Throughout the years, the Arizona State Sun Devils has been home to many outstanding and accomplished student athletes. One of those athletes is number 20 Briann January, who will now be forever recognized as one of the finest women's basketball players ever for the Sun Devils. January grew up in Spokane, Washington, and graduated from Lewis and Clark High School in 2005, and later joined the ASU women's basketball team that year, along with only 5 other freshmen.
Choosing ASU really wasn't a big decision. You know, I trusted them. We had the best conversations, and it literally was a day one decision for me. You know, I went through the process, but I knew where I was going.
During her time in a Sun Devil jersey, in her freshman year, January was named to the Pac-10's 2006 all-freshman team after a season in which she finished first on the team in both assists and steals. In her sophomore year, she started all 34 games that season, earning her the Pac-10 honorable mention recognition for her outstanding play on the court. In her junior and senior years, she became the first ever recipient of the Pac-10 Defensive Player of the Year. Combining all 4 of her years at ASU, January helped lead ASU to a total 104 wins, the most in program history in a 4-year span.
She is absolutely, if not the best, one of the best players I've ever had the privilege to coach in terms of just not letting anything bother her. She just loves the game. She doesn't play for herself, right? She plays for the love of the game. She plays to have fun. You know, she just enjoys it. She didn't care if she started. I mean, I'm sure eventually she did, but like she got to ASU, seriously, like I'd be like, okay, you're coming off the bench. Like, okay, yeah, what are we playing? Like I talk about her all the time with our team, more than probably any other player, because of that positive spirit.
After leaving behind a successful career and legacy at ASU, January now joins number 21 Ronaldo Picente and number 32 Kim Hampton as the only 3 women's basketball players to have their numbers and jerseys hanging in the rafters forever at Desert Financial Arena.
I don't think it's fully sunk in yet. It is such an honor to be recognized among the best to do it at ASU, and it's surreal, and I have been reflecting. It's kind of one of those things that forces you to sit back and reflect and look at your career, because sometimes you're just in the mix and you don't have time. And the support system I gained through Arizona State, it means the world to me, and I wouldn't have been what I am today without any of it. So, you know, my jersey's going up, but everybody else is going up there with me, because I couldn't have done this alone.
Although January's time as a student athlete came to an end at ASU in 2009, January later went on to the WNBA, becoming the number 6 pick by the Indiana Fever in the 2009 draft. 3 years later, she later led Indiana to their first ever title in franchise history. Also that season, she was added to the WNBA All-Defensive First Team, a list that she would go on to make for 5 years. In 2017, January returned to Arizona State as an assistant coach to Charlie Turner-Thorne, while also maintaining a playing career in the WNBA.
We had a few conversations. Hey, you know, what's your plan? What are you doing? How much longer are you going to play? And then I had an opportunity come open. And so she was my first call. I said, you know, I was like, hey, you know, you ready?
And I'm like, ready for what? She's like, to join us on staff here. And I was like, you know what? It was the perfect time, because, you know, playing year round really takes a toll on your body. Going from WNBA season to overseas, it takes a toll on your body. And it was about that time where I really needed a break. And so coaching was the perfect break. I guess you could call it a break. It's a ton of work, but it was a nice break for me.
So what's next for Briann January? She still plays basketball to this day, and this past summer she helped lead the Connecticut Sun, finishing the 2021 regular season as number 1 in the rankings. Although Briann January leaves behind an incredible legacy at ASU, this athlete is hungry for more in her pursuit of a second WNBA title. For Pac-12 Insider, I'm Caleb Bushy.